Hello, you are on the Space Daily channel. The Artemis I Moon rocket is getting closer to rolling out of the Vehicle Assembly Building at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida for the first time. The first two of 20 platforms surrounding the Space Launch System and Orion spacecraft that allow work on the integrated system inside the building were retracted for rollout to Launch Complex 39B. Teams retracted the platforms near the launch abort system on the Orion spacecraft in anticipation of the roll. Teams are continuing to install instrumentation of the Space Launch System's twin solid rocket boosters inside the Vehicle Assembly Building. Thousands of sensors and special instruments will monitor the rocket and spacecraft as they roll out for the first time on March 17 and make the 4-mile journey to Launch Complex 39B, arriving on March 18. Engineers will capture as much data as possible on the performance of all the systems that are part of the rocket, spacecraft, ground systems used for rollout, and on the path for propellant loading and other activities. Once all the rocket and spacecraft systems are inspected, the 322-foot tall rocket will roll to the launch pad for the wet dress rehearsal test, which is scheduled to occur approximately 2 weeks after it arrives to 39B. The last steps remaining before rollout include inspecting each piece of the roll and spacecraft, including physically entering different components of the Space Launch System, and step by step making sure Space Launch System and Orion are ready for the trip to the launch pad. As inspection continues, the Kennedy Ground Systems team is working to remove equipment and scaffolding away from the rocket, and will continue retracting the platforms until the entire rocket is revealed. Stay tuned with Space Daily News.